But why is this law necessary? Why are laws necessary? Why can't we have the freedom to live as we want?
We have been given freedom, free will, and we can do as we please. But it is clear that we have to answer to God for all our actions. We can do as we please with our freedom, but respecting the freedom of others. If we affect others positively, giving them more freedom or happiness, then we have done a good deed and received dharma for it. But if our freedom affects others negatively, generating unhappiness, then we acquire karma. Any act of our life, good or bad, has its consequences. Karma is a law of compensation, not of vengeance. If someone does good, the law rewards that person. If someone does evil, the law punishes them so that they learn from their mistake to correct their behavior. Therefore, karma is a medicine that is applied to us for our own good. Therefore, this law is necessary to protect our own freedom and the freedom of others. If this law did not exist, we can imagine what kind of world we would have. People who did evil could continue to do so without any restriction. They would turn the world into an uninhabitable place. People who did good would have no incentive or happiness. The world would be a miserable place. Everything would be anarchy. Fortunately, the divine intelligence that created this universe and its infinite wisdom has created a law to govern it.
But do you think people understand this? Do you believe that people understand how to apply this law correctly?
No. Unfortunately, people, instead of bowing reverently before the eternal living God who created this wise law, protest blasphemously, justify themselves, make foolish excuses, and wash their hands like Pilate. They do not want to understand that the bitterness they are going through is nothing more than the result of their past actions. Few have the courage to admit their own mistakes. However, with such protests, karma is not modified. On the contrary, it becomes harder and more severe by protesting. The only thing a person will achieve is the sympathy of their friends. That is all. We must remember that when one comes into this world, they bring their own destiny. Some are born on a bed of feathers, and others in misfortune. If in our past existence we killed, now we are killed. If we hurt now, we are hurt. If we steal now, we are robbed, and with the rod with which we measure others, we will be measured. We demand fidelity from our spouse when we ourselves have been adulterous in this or in previous lives. We ask for love when we have been ruthless and cruel. We request comprehension when we have never known how to comprehend anyone, when we have never learned to see the other person's point of view. We yearn for immense happiness when we have always been the origin of many misfortunes. We would have liked to be born in a very beautiful home with many comforts when we did not know in past existences how to provide our children with a home and beauty. We protest against insults when we have always insulted everyone around us. We want our children to obey us when we never obeyed our parents. Gossip bothers us. We do not want anyone to murmur about us. However, we have always been talking badly about our neighbor, making life miserable for others. That is to say, we always demand what we have not given. In all our previous lives, we were evil and deserved the worst, but we assumed that we should be given the best.